Our nation, Biafra, our land, Biafra, our nation, Biafra, our land, Biafra. We are fighting for a nation full of love. Our nation, Biafra, guiding up hope and peace and joy. Our nation, Biafra, no matter what you have or where you are. Our nation, Biafra, everybody, let's come together. Our nation, Biafra, no one is to be rejected. No one is to be neglected. No one is to be defenseless. All in Biafra land, no. It's time to give justice a chance. So, and reject the evil ones. Restore our nation, Lord. We are fighting for a nation full of love. Our nation, Biafra land. Guiding up hope and peace and joy. Our nation, Biafra land. No matter what you have or where you are. Our nation, Biafra land. Everybody, let's come together. Our nation, Biafra land. We are supposed to have peace. No more oppression. Nobody will rob our children of the future and riches. No more games of politics. Just love and equality. Hope for humanity. That's how it's supposed to be. We are fighting for a nation full of love. Our nation, Biafra land. Guiding up hope and peace and joy. Our nation, Biafra land. No matter what you have or where you are. Our nation, Biafra land. Everybody, let's come together. Our nation, Biafra land. We are one strong family, one people. We are one strong family, one people. Our nation, Biafra land. Guiding up hope and peace and joy. Our nation, Biafra land. No matter what you have or where you are. Our nation, Biafra land. Everybody, let's come together. Our nation, Biafra land.
Awesome. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us once again. My name is Monachim Soaga. I live here in Houston, and I have my sister, Augusta. Sister Augusta, please say hi to our people.
Good morning, dear friends all over the world. We thank you for tuning in. As we have often said, we are here to restore Biafra and Biafra alone. Thank you.
And then, of course, I have my wonderful sister, April. Sister April, please go ahead.
Good morning, my people. My name is Eputasuna Madi Bengi, the daughter of Ogolu. That's Hamatan, for those that don't understand Igbo. Greetings to all lovers of truth, equity, and justice. We want to especially identify with people who have been hurt and lied against in this struggle. We want you to know that you are not alone. We appeal to you to hang in there. Do not give up. Keep doing what you know and believe in. Soon, truth will prevail over lies. We want to also thank our people, Ndi Igbo. Excuse me, I want to speak to my people in Igbo language. Ndi ba anyị ndewonu, nke onye chili ya zelu. Asị na ọ na-agba asụsụ ya na ama asọ na mpuke. Ọ ada ụmụ nwanyị, adịgide, ada agụ, ada ogolo, ọ ya na-ekwu. Ndị be anyị si na anyụkọ ọma mmiri ọnụ ọgba ụfụfụ. Ha wee kwuo si egbe belu ugobelu nke si ibi ebe na nkukwa ya ndụ mmiri ndụ azụ ndị be anyị. Nwa mmụọ emegbuna nwa mmadụ, nwa mmadụ emegbuna nwa mmụọ. Chetakwanụ na ebe nwata na-ebe akwa na-alụ aka, nne ya nọrọ ya, nna ya nọ ya. Eme nwata ka emere ibe ya, obi adị ya mma. Emekwanụ ngwa ngwa ndị be anyị, emeghara ọdachi. Ndewo ndị be anyị, ndị njem ọnụ. Daalụ. Thank you very much.
As always, we'll have to say our prayer and For some reason, I just been touched to pray in my mother's tongue. So for our new listeners, please forgive me. I have to speak in a heavenly language, as people will say. So Chukwu okike abịama, Chukwu ma ihe niile, Chukwu na-ele anya anya, Chukwu hụrụ anyị n'anya, Chukwu na-akpọketa anyị ọnụ, Chukwu na-eruru anyị eruru ọma, Chukwu na-enye anyị amamihe pụrụ iche, Chukwu ma obi anyị niile. Chineke na ana m akpọ gị n'ụtụtụ a ka ị gbadatala obi anyị niile. Otu anyị ha na-eti na anyị chọrọ Biafra na anyị chọrọ Biafra. Chineke na gbadata ka ile obi anyị niile. Lee obi anyị niile mara ndị obi ha dị ọcha. Mara ndị na-eme ihe a ka ha were nweta akwụkwọ. Ndị na-eme ya ka ha were zaa gọvanọ. Ndị na-enwe ka ha chie ụmụnne ha chigbuo ụmụnne ha. Ndị na-enwe ka ha were zaa big boys because the zoo government ekwe ha ka ha zaa big boys. So ihe a opportunity ha ga-eji were zaa big boy. Ndị na-eme ya na-eme ihe ga-eme a na-ekwu nke a ga-eme ka ọ gaa n'ihu, ha na-ekwu nke a ga-eme ka ọ nọrọ ebe ọ nọ maka ha na-benefit from the sufferings of our people. Chineke nna m na-ayọ gị n'ụtụtụ a na onwe ebe ọbụla ha nọ ma otu ụlọ ha shigburu obi ha ahụ na-agagharị obi ọjọọ ha na-abịarị. Chineke nna nye ha oke ruoro ha. Ya wụrụkwa na anyị nwa na-akọsị ihe na-eso okwu. Chineke nna nye anyị oke ruoro anyị. Anyị a na-asị na obi anyị dị ọcha, aka anyị dị ọcha, mmụọ anyị dị ọcha, na onweghị ihe ọzọ anyị ji bata na strọgụl na-awụ ka anyị nyere ụmụnne anyị aka. Chineke na ilechara anyị anya gọzie anyị, nye anyị okike ka okike anyị ga-eme anyị riwie naanị anyị, ụmụ anyị a ga-ericha ya. Anyị asị kedu otu anyị ga-esi nọrọ na-eri ụmụnne anyị a ga-eri, kedu otu ọ ga-esi dịrị anyị ma ụmụnne anyị a ga-adịrị ha na mma. Anyị were wepụta obi anyị ka anyị benyere ụmụnne anyị aka ka ha hụ eluigwe n'ụwa ibe ha na-ahụ instead of iche mgbe ha nwụrụ ka ha gawa eluigwe. Chineke na ndị ọzọ ekwere maka ya si n'ụzọ dị iche iche na-akparị mmadụ na-eme ihe niile, mana o nwere ndị n'ọhịa onwe ihe ha mere ana ha lakpuo n'abalị ha ehi ụra. Ma anyị nwa ndị gọziri agọzi, ndị nyere okike na-amaghị ha ga-eji were eme, si mba na ihe ọma iji were gọzie ya na inyere anyị ka anyị were gọzie ụmụnna anyị. Etu otu na ọ dị na Chineke nna anyị na-akpọku gị n'ụtụtụ a ka ụmụnna anyị ndị ka nwere uche, ndị nke mmụọ ha na-apụbeghị because of Maggi effects and other effects. Chineke nna ka inye ha amamihe, ka ha mara anya elere ele na anya arụrụ arụ, ka ha mara obi dị ọcha na obi dị dọtị, ka ha mara ndị chọrọ ọdịmma ha na ndị na-achọghị ọdịmma ha. Chineke nna iji obi anyị were pụtasị ka anyị rụọ ọrụ were nyere ndị be anyị aka. Ana ọrụ ahụ ka anyị ga-arụgidekwanụ until Biafra adị free economically, politically and otherwise. Na onweghị onye nwere ike ma ọnụ ọjọọ ha ma ekpere ọjọọ ha ma tret na ọjọọ ha ga-stọpụ anyị ime ka ala nna anyị dịrị mma. N'ọrụ Chineke nna dịrị anyị ka anyị rụ ana anyị ga-arụchakwa na anyị ewere na-agbado aka na ụmụ nwaanyị Aba 1929 nke nwere ebe ihe ọjọọ na-eme, ụmụ nwoke jukwere n'ala ahụ ju everywhere, na ụmụ nwaanyị chịkọtara onwe ha ọnụ sị ka ha pụta were eme because ha ma ha eme ya na ụmụ ha nwesiala ha nwa na-amụ ụmụ ha marala ihe implications of that ha were pụta. Chineke na otu a ka anyị ga-esi pụta nọrọ in the gap, nọrọ in the gap in the places e nwere oghere, nọrọ in the gap in the place ga-eme ụmụnna anyị ka ha ghọta na ihe ha bịara ihe wee dezi edezi. Ka anyị muvuo n'ihu, ka anyị muvuo n'ihu ga-achọ mụrụ ọrụ dịrị anyị na onweghị onye wu enemy ibe ya. Our enemy here wu Fulani and the Nigerian government. Betu ụmụnna anyị hapụrụ ọrụ ha ga-arụ face ihe ọzọ. Ndị Fulani anọrọ n'ala anyị na-erabeji our land, ha nọrọ ihe na-awọ Facebook wọrị onye ọcha ibe ha their age mate gara aga arụ na-emeki billions. Chineke nna lekwa obi anyị, lekwa okwu anyị na-achọ iwetara ụmụnna anyị ka o metụ ha n'obi, ka ha ghọta ebe a na-aga, ka ha duo onwe ha ọdụ. Na onye nke pụtara na gecha akụkọ a ka ọ ga jụọ onwe ya ajụjụ, jụọ onwe ya ma obi ọ dị ụcha na ihe a na-eme. Aghọtara m ihe a na-eme, aghọtara m ebe a na-aga, enwere m what it takes to help our people get where they are going. Chineke na were na-ayọ ụmụnne m niile ka ha nwee akọnuche pụrụ iche. Ma akọnuche ahụ abịaghị na anyị ga-atagide ahụhụ gbagide ala gburugburu a na-egbu isi ndị be anyị, I am on our Facebook, put to the world on notice. That's all we can offer our people. Ozu everywhere. Chineke na mere ụmụnne m ebere ma ọ bụla dị Obinna na ndị nke eji n'aka, ndị nke ejidere ejide, shake a man. Na ebe ọbụla ha nọ, Chineke nna na ị ga-emere ha ebere ma ọbụla dị ka anyị na-achọ inweta information na ị ga-enyere anyị aka ka anyị mụrụta ga-esinyere ụmụnna anyị aha aka. We mothers, we cannot watch this death to continue. Mere anyị ebere. Ọkwa na ihe ndị a ka anyị na-ayọ gị n'aha Chukwu okike abịa ma onye nwe anyị. Ise. Thank you, my sisters. Okay, so our topic today is what do you do when your mistakes become a pattern? What do you do when your mistakes become a pattern? Of course, everyone knows what mistake is. Mistake is an action, decision, or judgment that produces an unwanted or unintentional results. Some of these mistakes can be grave. Some of them you may be able to redeem yourself. The grave ones will leave you with dire consequences according to the law of nature, even when you don't deserve it. It is common for us to make mistakes. That's why you've heard over and over again that to err is human. What makes you intelligent and matured is the action that you take after you make a mistake. Did you realize your mistake? Did you correct yourself? Did you apologize and turn away from such mistakes? Or do you arrogantly continue on your wrong ways and continue to repeat the same mistakes? Humanity watched. They watched. Everyone was there. Hitler grew into a tyrant. They continued to hail him until he gassed and massacred over 6 million Jews. After that, you would think that the world, especially Africans, will learn to read the sign ahead of time. No. They continue to make the same mistakes. Look at the likes of Idi Amin of Uganda, Paul Biya of Cameroon, and Buhari of Nigeria. They are a very good example that the world, especially Africans, they do not learn. They keep repeating the same mistakes, like the animals in the book called The Animal Farm. And they end up with a guy called Napoleon. Then they will start crying all over again, calling Chukwu Okike Abiama. I gave them all the signals. They refuse to listen. It has become a pattern in Africa for Africans to make tyrants out of their leaders. Sometimes these leaders, initially, they have good intentions, but Africans, being gullible and stupid, will bestow absolute power upon them by assuming that they are no more humans and they do no wrong. They believe they can make mistakes. Like they do with their pastors, they will tell you that they hear from God. Does that mean that God cannot speak to you as well? You refuse to cross-check what they say and do. They become mesmerized by their words and charisma. Then assume that everything is correct and the truth, that they have their good intentions for them. They even make them their God and they begin to worship them. Certainly, we have all heard that absolute power corrupts absolutely. Sister Augusta.
Yeah, that's true, Sister Mona. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And that is why we're here every time to tell our people where we need to be at all times. And that is how we make mistakes with our leaders. Same mistake over and over and over and over again. It has now become a pattern in Africa for our leaders to always lord it over us. No matter what their campaign promises are, when you follow them, they will eventually become like other people that came before them. They will tell you that, hey, they're going to build bridge, they're going to cement the floor, they're going to paint the skies, they will do this, they will do that. At the end of the day, all are bunkum. They're not going to do anything. So they now become authoritative and unapproachable. That's immediately they have gotten power, you can no longer reach them. You have to go through 1, 2, 3, 4 people before you can reach them. These are people that would normally come to meet you for their votes. And once they get your votes, you can no longer approach them. Their voice now becomes the voice of God over our lives. It's whatever they say, that is what we got to do. They tell you that they see God. They tell you that they commune with God. They tell you that they have direct access, telephone direct access to God. And so, the gullibility of our people is what is probably keeping us hostage. So they stop listening to the people because we make them God. We make them God. So they stop listening to our people. They become all-knowing. Then blackmail and intimidation will start. If you ever ask them a question or have an opinion that is different from theirs, they will come for your neck. They were like, how dare you? How dare you say what I haven't authorized you to say? Then the beatings and killings will begin. Like that for years and decades. No more freedom of speech or expression. You can see in the zoo called Nigeria, they have restricted the use of social media. They even have a bill, though hasn't passed yet, a bill that if you do or say anything, you will be hung on the tree or whatever. They will hang you, and there's nothing you can do about it. And that's what we say. Zoo mentality. When you give power, absolute power to these people, it would corrupt them totally. It will consume them totally. And this is where we need to be careful. Then the people will stop to reason and or think, oh, because it's the only thought of the leader that matters. Because hey, the leader, because we get so consumed in this our society that if our leader hasn't said anything, we can't do anything about it. And that's not how we need to live. Here in America, they have Congress, they have the way it is being placed. Even the president can be impeached at any time. We can see Donald Trump going through some impeachment right now. It's because if they cannot take it anymore, there is a system that would caution you. There's a system that they have in place that will tell you, hey, you've gone too far, or you've gone too little, or you've gone overboard. But in our own case, whatever our leader says, that is the absolute truth, in quote. Even when you make a suggestion, they will say, yes, that you stole their thoughts, because they're the only one with brain. Then injustice will begin. They will set you up and send you all over to the enemy. Soon they will train some mad dogs to go after you, or anyone who tries to call for a change of approach, or to re-strategize. The people will eventually lose their complete freedom. So if we are fighting for freedom, as I've often said, we cannot leave the zoo and move into the museum. It's unquestionable. It's something we shouldn't even think about. If we are going to, fight for freedom, and it's not absolute freedom, then there's no point. But in this case, we have resolved to fight for Biafra, and Biafra we shall get. Thank you, my sister.
Absolutely. Biafra we shall get, my dear. Chukwuokike Abiama has strategically positioned us to do so, and Biafra we shall get. Sister Ekwe.
Yes, my sister, Biafra we will get, we must get, by the grace of Chukwuokike. Yes, my sister Augusta, it's really sad and unfortunate that Africans, it's sad what Africans have been through, all the time. The same thing happens over, if you check every part of Africa, the same thing happening. It's really sad and unfortunate. But what do you expect when you put all your eggs in one basket and give it to one insane person to carry? What do you expect? Without you thinking, what if this insane person decides to break all these eggs that are put in one basket and get to him? You see, no right-thinking person does that. And that's why Africa is still in dark. Africans think that life is a private soccer game, where one person will continue to dribble the ball, while the rest of them will follow him or her, clapping and shouting, pass it into the net, into the net, into the net. You're not stopping to ask questions. What if this guy that is the only one carrying the ball break his leg? What if he's unable to complete the match? Or worse still, what if he decides to make a deal with the opponent and pass the ball into the bush and refuse to score? What is your option B? What's the other plan you have? Africans need to begin to think against our people like that. Because everyone is thinking of how our people are like that. Because everyone is thinking of how the system will benefit them as individuals. That is the mistake we have been making as Africans. You are not thinking of how this whole thing that you are doing will benefit everyone, tall and short, male or female, young or old, rich or poor. If we start thinking like that as Africans, like this thing thing we are doing, how will it benefit everyone? Not just how will it benefit me. When it benefits me, and then I will do this, I will do that as an individual. We need to open up our mind and think broadly. Because when you make the system we are talking about, this bad system we are talking about, you see, all you hear is this footballer is from my village. This footballer is my town person. Nobody's thinking critically. What do we do? If this guy does not force the ball into the net, what do we do? If this guy throws the ball inside bush, everybody say, you know, it's my sister. You know, it's my brother. We live in Africa where nothing is fair, free and fair. Not even ordinary election. You see the zoo election. You see the mess that is going on there. One person will come. Everybody will hail. The other person will go. Another person will come. Everybody will hail. Rather than collectively do what we need to do, we just keep putting all our baskets and giving one insane person to carry. It's repeating all the time. When you know that the country you live in, the continent you live in, that there's no freedom yet, that things are not free and fair yet, that everything is about playing games, that people are not sincere and straightforward anymore, you would think otherwise. You will not shy away from truth because it's involving somebody you love. You will stand and speak truth all the time. As Africans, we cannot afford to play with truth, especially when our life is in danger. We cannot continue to play games with truth, especially when it's about our destiny. For too long, we have continued to play games with truth. And something terrible always happens to us as a people because we play games with truth. You see, when you play game with truth, you end up having that victim mentality. Because when something terrible happens, you start looking for, is this person's fault? Is that person's fault? You become the victim. You're playing the victim. But you forgot that you are the one playing with truth.
Yes.
Why are you playing victim? How this person did this to you? How this person did this? How that person did that to you? This person offended me. This person, always you. It's always you that are offending. Everybody is always offending you. Same old story all the time. Are you not tired of going through the same circles? Are you not tired? Have you ever thought, what if I'm doing this thing myself? Have you ever thought, what about if maybe I'm ignorant? That's why these things keep happening to me all the time. Is it possible that it's my ignorance that is keeping me down? Is it possible that I'm even hurting myself because I've refused to put on my thinking cap? Why is the same thing happening to me all the time? Why is me all the time? You refuse to look at things differently. Rather, you're playing games and playing politics with your life. It is not so. When the same mistake, you see, you make the same mistake all the time, it becomes a pattern. And then you start having victim mentality. Meanwhile, it's because you failed to stand with truth. Use your brain that Chukwokike gave you. Think well. Nobody, you see, I tell people, I say, this brain is free of charge. Nobody is charging you for using it. Chukwokike has given you your brain for you to use. Think out, explore all options. Am I wrong? Am I right? Could it be this? Could it be that? Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Give yourself all your options. Stop closing in on your brain. Allow your brain to explore all the possible options. Think critically, especially when your life and destiny is in danger. Thank you, my sister.
Of course, it's time for us to have a rethink. We have to look inwards. We have to reassess our mode of operations. We have to reevaluate the process that we have put in place. It's time for us to make that positive change. We cannot continue to lie to ourselves. We must stop peddling propaganda. It will not do us any good. You must be honest to yourself for once. It's like someone that waited. This is a case of someone that waited for a container load that he thought has accepted goods, is in Biafra land waiting and waiting for these goods to come. You have put all your effort, you have sold everything, you've sent all your money for someone to buy these goods and send it to you. You've invited all your hungry and very malnourished siblings and villagers to come take food. And then when the poor container reaches there, you use your last energy to open it up. And instead of the goods that you have ordered, it is snakes, scorpions, and poisonous spiders. Initially, some of you will die as soon as this container opens because you will not believe it. You have put all your hope in this container. It will be initially difficult for you to believe. You will want to live in denial for a while, but unfortunately, in this case, the spiders and the scorpion would have been beating you by then, you would have died. So the earlier you accept your reality that the container that is on the high sea has nothing in it for you, the earlier you will start making other alternatives. Maybe you use your last energy to enter the forest and start looking for food, and your whole, or else everybody will die. So if you start making arrangement ahead of time, knowing that this sole container that you think is coming for you has nothing but evil for you, you better prepare ahead of time. Sister Augusta.
Yes, we need to change our modus operandi, and we need to be prepared ahead of time because time waits for nobody. So yes, it's crucial for us at this time to make that critical analysis of our unfortunate situation and make that positive change. We need to. If it is not working, we try to go back, sit back, go to the round table, discuss issues, and try to re-strategize. People do it in America here. That is why they have a feedback mechanism. If something is not working, they ask you, hey, give us your opinion. Mm-hmm. They do that in everything in America. Their customer service, they will ask you, even if you speak to somebody, they will say, how was your interaction with this person? So they want to know so that they can either upgrade, elevate, whatever they need to do to improve services to the community. So we need to do that. We can never be intimidated into silence. We can't be bamboozled again. We are formidable Biafrans. Everyone is a stakeholder. We said this like a gazillion times. Everybody should participate in this restoration. Do not leave it for a handful of people. No. Wherever you are, at the neck of your woods, start doing something that would elevate it, that would bring us closer to Biafra. Whatever it is you know how to do best, do it. Promote Biafra. Wear Biafra. Talk Biafra. Breathe Biafra. Do everything Biafra, and you will see the nation will really start taking notice about our restoration. We must all arise to do the needful. For instance, the Biafran Bank and other projects, well-meaning Biafrans all over the world are setting up to help our people, have come to stay. And that is the truth. It has come to stay. All we need to do is to continue to work hard to see to its fruition. And guess what? That bank will be banking redefined. You all do not know how this thing would help. Trust me, we've gone through all the modalities. We've looked at it from back. Even the worst case scenario, we would be okay. That is what we're trying to let you know. And this is how other communities have survived. Other communities living in the United States, this is how they have survived. So for a long time, the world has pushed us to the background, but we've come to possess our position.
Yes.
We want advantage of what America has to offer.
Mm-hmm.
There are millions and millions of things, loopholes, that's what they call it here, that you can take advantage of that would help your community. And we're seeing this so that our people will start understanding that we mean what we say. America loves employers of labor. They do that. If you go to the Vietnamese community, they have their own bank. the bank that finance their, there are these people that do this nails. They have nail shop. So the bank finance their nail shops, and guess what? They would employ their own people. When you go there, you won't see a black employee. It's all of them. When they start speaking that their language, you'll be shocked. And when they come, they want you to do, if it was a manicure you came for, you will do pedicure and pedicure and all the cure there. Because they are selling their products and telling you, we have come to stay. And we want to take that approach. Because that is what works in America. America is all about the numbers. America wants to know, how is your community employing people around them, even employing yourself, let alone people around your community. America wants to know that. America wants to have data. America wants to have numbers. America is all about the numbers. It's all about the Benjamins. It's all about the money. We cannot sugarcoat this. We cannot. It's all about what can you bring to the table. America wants to see what you can bring to the table before they will start listening to you. If they don't see that, you're going to wail from here, Jericho, nothing will happen. So that is why we're saying probably a change of strategy will go a long way. Definitely a change of strategy will go a long way. They encourage and they support it when they find out that you are an employer of labor. They do that a lot. We Biafrans here, or Africans generally, once we make money, we send it home. Because you're not even making enough to sustain yourself, but you have liabilities back and home that everybody in your village needs help. Everybody. So the liability is too much. And you're taking 2, 3, 4 jobs at the same time because of what you have to do. But here, they set businesses up and employ their own people, and that's what America sees. And when you talk about Vietnamese tomorrow, America, hey, they stood up. We must rescue them. And this is the strategy we are trying to go with. They look at you and they respect you as a credible member of the society and nation. If you are an employer of labor, they do that. They see the strong support. Like, for instance, when you see the strong support Showore is getting, it's because Showore has Sahara reporters there in America and is employing people, paying tax to the American government. So Showore's wife could go and walk straight directly to the congressman. And they will say, okay, let's see, what do you have? They will look, these people are knowing you. They are on your committee. They can know that to the very last minute and see what you are presenting. If what you are presenting does not favor them, continue talking. Oh, we are listening. Oh, we are working on it. Oh, that's who they are. And that is why re-strategizing makes sense. Economic power leads to political power. Oh my God, you cannot overemphasize that. You cannot. It's all about the money. It's all about the Benjamin. It's all about what you have to bring to the table. So once we as Biafrans have economic power here, they will start listening to us. It's as simple as ABCD. There is no rigmaroling around it. There is no dilly around it. That is what it is. So that's just an individual, not to talk of when a group of people come together to make themselves relevant economically and politically. It's crucial, it's important we do this. America does not look down on their own. Okay, if you look at the Jews, the Chinese, now even the Indians, you know that the Indians are beginning to be top notch of virtually everything, especially when it comes to IT. When it comes to it's technology, they're like top notch right now. Because America has a way of, when they see what you're doing to help their community, you become a member of sitting at the eye table. That is how it works here. For long, all our people do is take. Now we want to give. And we open up a few small businesses here and there. We send money home without putting back enough into the system. Tomorrow they look at you as a shithole because they respect other communities more. Communities that contribute into the system. Not that they don't send money home, they do. But they come as a community and have buildings, they have structures, they have things that America sees. And when they now talk, America listens. And that is why we want to see if we can re-strategize. And we must re-strategize. That is how things work out here in diaspora. Beggars are not respected.
Nope.
I wish those in Europe would do the same. We are stronger when we come together. Then we become powerful and more impactful successful economically and politically. Before you know it, we will achieve that black power that makes everything that seems impossible possible. So we need to get these things together. As we've often said, we are trying to open the eyes of our people so that they would understand that this is how it works. This is some of us, I own my own business. And I know when they come, they want to know how many employees you are paying. You understand? They want to know that. Because that is what sets you up. That is what they look at. So, okay, she's taking care of 1 or 2 technicians. So, yeah, well, that's fine. That is how America works. America works with number. They work with data. They work with money. Ego. That's all America knows. And we are trying to re-strategize and put out structures that they will see. When they see this structure, they will listen to us. Thank you, my sisters.
Absolutely, my sister. And this is what we have been emphasizing. It's not just here. Some people that are crying that their idea was stolen and all this, and I don't know why everything has to be here in America. The so-called idea could have been duplicated in Europe. It could have duplicated in UK. You know, it's so sad at this point in time, we don't have those things in place. And somebody else is crying about it now. So we have to do the needful. If our brothers and sisters can gather themselves where they are and push this, market this name Biafra, push this name Biafra under Biafra, because you have seen, if you try to put it under a certain group, you have to require authorization in order to do it. So even when you see something good, and if some of these things have been shared with them for you to implement, and you were told either they were ignored or they are not interested, and now people are crying wolf. We are not here to cry wolf. We are here to do the needful. We are here to move our people forward. We are here to do what is right. We are here to minister to those people that don't believe in what the other group is doing. You know, whatever they are doing that you don't agree with, this is an open forum for you to join what makes sense, for you to join what is the restoration project, for you to come up, especially the professionals, for the professionals to come up and start deliberating on what will move our people forward. Sister Yuki, please go ahead.
Yes, thank you, my sisters. Thank you, Sister Augusta. Thank you, Sister Mona. Indeed, the world does not respect beggars and wailers. They don't. We've seen it. Even with them, we've gone around. No, they do not respect beggars. They do not respect wailers. They want to see what you're bringing to the table, like my sister Augusta said. The one we not allow one more authoritarian government in Africa. Things have gone wrong in Africa so bad that the world is watching Africa so closely. They are tired of seeing authoritarian government in Africa. They are tired. So anytime you're doing anything, they are looking at what you're doing. They are scrutinizing what you're doing. They want to see how you're working with your people. They want to see how tolerant you are with your people, with all the other groups in your place. They are watching. The world is watching. They're not bad. They're not blind. They're watching. They want to know. Because why they want to know this is because they know that creativity thrives where there is diversification of ideas and promotion of individual creativity. They know that already because this is how they built their own environment. And we actually want to see Africa to succeed because they're tired of the immigration crisis from Africa. Honestly, the world is actually tired. They want to see Africa arise. And we Africans, we are here to make sure that Africa arises. They want to see more nations in Africa that can support and accommodate all categories of their citizens. That's what the world is looking at. They want to see nations that can make provision for everyone to thrive. Whether you're a male, whether you're a female, whether you're slow, whether you're faster, they want to see that you are going to incorporate all your citizens in what you're doing. The world will not start one more leader that talks down on his or her fellow citizens. The world wants to see equal participation. That is what the world is looking at. It's as if we are crying, they're not listening to us. They're watching us. They want to see what we have. They want us to show what we are saying. When you talk, you do, people will believe what you're saying. Not that you're saying one thing and doing another one. No, the world doesn't want that. The world is aware that we have rich and very powerful Biafran citizens all over the world. They know. But they're wondering, how come These people are not supporting and championing our cause. You're wondering what's going on. How come this rich and very influential Biafrans are not championing our cause? What is going on? You see, they're not buying that story that they are all wicked and selfish. No, the world is not buying it. They are not. They know the truth. They are waiting for us to carry others along. They are waiting for us to carry everyone along. They want to see that maturity. They want to see that mutual respect that comes with democracy. Because when you talk of true democracy, you talk of mutual respect. The older respects the younger respects the older, the male, the female, all parts of the categories in a country. That is democracy. You respect other people's opinion. You don't talk down on your fellow citizens. The world is watching. The world cannot stand one more country that is like zoo, where they have used quota system to reduce everyone to Fulani headsmen. No matter your score in JAMB, they reduce you to zero. You don't get that admission because they want everybody to be at the same level. That's why you see that in zoo, people are intelligent, but everybody has been reduced to being looking like a fool. In zoo, they have made governance look as if it's an impossible task. We have well-able people that can do the needful, but they are not being given the opportunity. Why? Because some people think it's their right to control others. It's their right to manipulate others. And then at the end, they have put 200 million people in chaos. Everybody's running helter-skelter. Some going to the Mediterranean Sea, some going to the desert. Everybody running like rats, like everywhere.
It's sad.
You see, the world expects to see equal participation in what we're doing. Africans, Biafrans, we need to show high level of tolerance. We need to begin to make provision of fast-paced, intelligent women. Especially, why we mention women is because it's only in Africa that women are not allowed to be independent. It's only in Africa that women are not allowed to voice out the opinion and to do things that will make a community move forward. If you talk, they will call you names. If you say, I have this idea, I have this ability, they'll say, get away, who are you? Ordinary woman, you that squats to urinate, what do you have to offer? It's only in Africa. That's why Africa is so dark. That's why Africa for over 400 years cannot move forward. You see African women go to other continents, they set up companies, they run companies, they do things, and their husbands respect them. It's only in Africa that women are not allowed to be independent, to do things that will make their community to move forward. Biafra has lots and lots of women like that. It is time to make provision for them. The women that will not take no for an answer, especially when they know what they're talking about. Especially when they know that what they're talking about is right. The women that know that their children they give birth to need food to eat. That the children they give birth to need employment. The children that they give birth to need to be taken care of. Just like the children in other continents. They have done it in other continents. These women have set up companies in other continents and have provided employment for other people's children in other continents. They are just looking for opportunity to come into their own land to do the needful. These women we are talking about cannot unnecessarily be intimidated.
Nope.
They are the women of ancient Igbo culture. The ones we call Odoziak, not just Odiak. Because in our ancient culture, we have Odoziak. Then all of a sudden, things change. We now have Odiak. All they do is Biak. But in our culture, in our original culture, the women were the Odoziakas. Smart and intelligent. They know what to do. They will do it. Even before you wake up. Biafra woman, Igbo woman, will wake up early in the morning, do what she needs to do, even before others wake up. These are the women we are talking about. These women thrive in other continents, except in Africa, because of restrictions, because of dogmas. These women are brave. They take bold steps. They are not intimidated at all. These are the type of women we are talking about. And the type of women you see in Israel, the type of women you see in America, the type of women you see in Europe, Biafrans have those women. And unfortunately, you guys run and go and marry them in order to get paper. You wash their clothes, you serve them, you call them honey this, honey that. Then you turn around and downgrade and intimidate your own women. And you expect to succeed? No. No. You see, if the mothers of 1929, the women that participated in Aba protest, if they were waiting for their men, do you think they would have moved?
Nope.
Do you think Britain would have killed everyone with hunger and their useless staffs? Do you really think that the Aba women of 1929 got permission from their husband before they protested? Do you really think that? You see, in our original culture, women were never weak and docile. Never. If you go to Proverbs 31, that virtuous woman described there is Biafran woman.
Yeah.
I can't read it for you. You go and read it by yourself. You will see all the attributes of that woman there. That description is perfect description of Biafran woman. These are women that buy lands. Women that build lands and build houses for their families. I have a mother-in-law that is like that. She still has a property. She didn't go to school, but she has a property. She worked hard with her own money. And her husband respects her. She didn't go to school. These are the women we're talking about. The Biafran women. Not the type that will not buy baby food because Papa Maker did not drop money. Not the type that will not buy baby food because the husband did not approve or did not drop money for food. You see, it's okay as a woman to tie wrapper, sing, dance, carry cola nuts. My dear, not while our children are dying and being massacred and killed.
It's crazy.
It is time, my people, to sacrifice and do something big for your children and grandchildren. We cannot continue to wait when we know that there's so much that can be done. No one slows a mother down when the instinct to deliver her children kicks in. It's like the mother hen. You need to see the mother hen when the children are in danger. It is time to give water to the people. It is time to speak to the rock so that water will gush out. It is not wrong for the people to want to drink water. It's not wrong for the people to be thirsty. It's been a long, long journey, and our people are weak, tired, thirsty, and exhausted. They need a drink of fresh water. And the Lord said to Moses, speak to the rock, do not hit the rock. The Lord said to Moses, speak to the rock, do not hit the rock. If you keep hitting the rock, you are magnifying and exalting yourself, Moses. You are not magnifying the Lord of hosts. Rather, you are presenting our God as a wicked father, and my father does not like it. My father said, the God of hosts, the Lord of hosts, the God of Biafra says, honor me before my people, Moses, and stop hitting the rock. Gather my people, Moses, speak to the rock, and let my people drink. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra, Wachneke, well said. Like you said, we are the mothers of the land. We are here to do the needful. No amount of intimidation, no amount of pronouncement will stop what we're doing. It is the right thing to do, and we are moving forward. So in a short while, we'll be taking phone calls, but if we don't have calls, we can end the show. The most important thing is to educate our people, to have that different perspective for people to start having a divergent opinion and thinking, so that we are not all in one bucket, because that can be very dangerous. Think about America as a great nation. If America was put in a one bucket, people wouldn't have gone to IT, people wouldn't have gone to banking, people won't have gone to teaching, we'll be doing the same thing. So we always want to encourage the environment where people will have different opinions or different way of doing things, But the most important aspect is that you are thinking along some pathway. You're thinking. Because if you are not thinking and you have put your thinking cap somewhere and wait for somebody else to think for you, that's when the danger comes in. And then at the end of the day, you will be asking God, why me? Why am I in this situation? Why? And the worst part about all of this is that you may not even be the person that made the decision that will suffer the consequences. It will be your children to come that will suffer the consequences. And you didn't know where it's coming from. So it's really important. It's very imperative that that we do the right thing. We do the right thing. And the good thing about all of this is that the right thing always speaks to our heart. God always gives us signal. We try to push it away. He tried to minister to us. He even gives us in plain view what is going on. But because we are in so much denial, we want to push it aside. And then when it's time to bear the consequences of our action, our behavior, our decision, we want to call Chukwuka Abiyama to take us out of it. Oh, it doesn't work that way. Once you make that decision, once you make that mistake, you just have to sit in the consequences. And nobody will be able to help you with that. But that's one thing we Africans, we don't like to do. We like for somebody to get us out of the situations that we're in with us. We are the one that actually put ourselves in there. So truth will always set us free. Like my sister will always say, truth will remain constant. Even when you walk from Jerusalem to Jericho, when you come back, the truth will remain the same. It doesn't change. What changes is lies. When people tell lies against other people in order to sell their point, that becomes very scary, especially from someone of a higher authority to lie against someone. It becomes very, and we don't even have a country yet. So imagine what will happen when such person gets the power to do whatever they want to other people. We have heard of terrorism against our women back home. We don't know, we have pictures of what they have done to some people, and some people are aware of it that they're not doing anything about it. Imagine if it's your mother. So the point that we are trying to make is that nobody will bamboozle us into making any hasty decision. We are making decisions that will affect us here in America. That's number one thing. We don't even have to extend it to Biafra land. For those of you in Biafra land ranting, it doesn't even have to come to you. That is a grace that we are offering because we are good here. We are very, very good here. Wait till you see our Christmas. So we are not, what is it called? We are not worried at all. So the grace is to extend it to you guys. And some people are in so much, how do I say it? They are in the depth of despair that even when you're calling their name, they are hearing something else. So nobody will stop the initiation of this bank. It's ongoing. We do want to thank our brothers and sisters who have shown love for this project. We thank you for your comments. We thank you for your contributions. Those of you that blew our mind, we are talking about $1,000 and you want to invest $50,000. Those are the Biafrans that we are looking for. We're not looking for Biafrans that the Fulani headsmen are trying to shoot. We are looking for Biafrans that have resources that can make this thing work. So we do want to use this opportunity to thank our brothers and sisters. 50,000, 70,000. I cannot wait. I hope I have time this weekend to bring up the grand total. I'm looking about 2-point-something million. So I am very excited, brothers and sisters. Kudos, we are moving forward. Nobody will stop us. We are meeting our goals. The good thing about all of this is that our African-American brothers and sisters are very much excited about this project and they're willing to come on board. As soon as we get other Biafran, as soon as we give other Biafrans opportunity, we will move forward with our African-American brothers and sisters because I have done my DNA. I have over 100,000 cousins here in the US. So I would love for them to invest. It's just an opportunity for you guys out there to give you guys the how do I say it, the opportunity to be part of this great project. But it's not for anyone. So if you don't have money, go and hide somewhere. We are not looking for you. Continue to help Biafra on Facebook. It's okay because so it may be your job to hide, to all help Biafra, which is good. We want you guys to keep helping Biafra because we love our Biafra. But for those of us professionals, for those of us that have the cash to do what we need to do, those are the people that we are looking out for. and we are excited. We are happy. The emails is on ending. Since August, I'm gonna need you to help me with the. Yeah, we need more hands. You know, 4 of us cannot do it anymore. The emails and the interest is overwhelming. So I'm glad not everybody is boxed in. I'm glad that our people are thinking, because our people are smart, for God's sake. Our people are smart. And that's why a lot of them were confused about when we are doing whatever we are doing before. They're like, why are you guys doing this with this? You know, you guys are smart enough to do the right thing. So this bank is the right thing. It is something that will help our people here. Like we iterated last week, the Indians are doing it here. This is one of their banks. I know there are more. I have not been able to read all my local newspapers this week. So we cannot continue to live in a myopic place, or have a myopic mind, or have this mindset that someone has to direct us on what to do. And the funny thing is that all these people that are saying this, you don't wait for an order to go to work. You don't wait for an order to ship your stuff home. You don't wait for an order to clear your stuff, because we have given this opportunity. I wish I have the whole money to start this thing. What would have happened since Augusta? You wake up one morning, I will text you the location of the bank. And I'll give you a good deal that you cannot refuse. That's what would have happened, you know. But again, I thought about it though. I don't want it to be just one person riding on this good prospect. That's why I feel like we need to give rest to Biafrans by allowing them to be part of these things, because we're already banking. We are already banking here in America. We are banking through other people. If we bank through ourselves and get that extra dividends that come from it, we can use it to help our community. That's where the idea comes from. So for those of you that are calling us fraud and scammers and whatever, nobody can be a bigger scammer than you, especially when you're lying. You're lying against someone. What other scammer is that? I live in America, I have a license. If I'm a scammer, they would have come and arrested me. I live in my mansion, I'm doing well, nobody's looking for me. And that's why I'm able to show my face on here. So it's some of you that are scammers. I don't scam anyone. So thank you, brothers and sisters who did not believe the lies that you have heard. You know, we know it's the miscreants that are out there making noise. We are here to do the needful. We are the mothers of the land. You just have to deal with it. Just deal with it. Deal with it. It's either you leave this alone and you continue your freedom fighting, which we support. We want freedom from that zoological republic. Continue with your freedom fighting. Stay in your lane. We will stay in our lane. If we have brothers and sisters that want to invest in things that will market Biafra, please call me. You don't need permission to call me. Call me. Call me. I want to diversify my portfolio and invest in everything Biafra. That's what I want to do. So before we start taking calls, let me run our commercial, because this Biafra bank is here to stay.
What does Biafra Bank mean for our community? We have waited for a time like this. A time in our lives where we can open up a bank that belongs to us, the Biafran Bank. The Biafran Bank will allow us to establish Biafran-owned businesses. When we bank with other community banks and other financial institutions, we are either declined when we ask of loan or given a predatory interest rate. With Biafran Bank, we can refinance student loans, home loans, business loans, etc. The net interest revenue from this bank will offer us the opportunity to finance new businesses in Biafra land. It will also give us the opportunity to provide financial assistance to those in Biafra land through scholarships and grants. What will be unique about Biafra Bank?
Biafra Bank will be unique because it would ensure the success of Biafran-owned businesses by providing easy access to capital markets and successfully operate their business anywhere in the world with the support of a proprietary Biafra Global Business Network, and that will be the BGBN. So we will also offer business mentorship. And this is very crucial because we'll be able to help those that came in to borrow money and also help the vendor connection so that they can build or expand on their businesses.
Biafra Bank will be located here in Houston, Texas, and will eventually branch out to other states with the Biafra communities throughout the United States and also around the world.
How secure are your investments and deposits?
Biafra Bank investments and deposits will be secured because they will be FDIC insured and will be managed by a team of professionals.
What value will Biafra Bank bring to Biafrans all over the world?
So that's a very good question. You know, Biafra Bank will become the gold standard of business excellence all over the world. We will provide personal and business banking. We'll also provide loans and investments for Biafran businesses all over the globe. Every Biafran business must have access to capital resources, regardless of credit score. The growth of their business will be enhanced by the army of Biafra Bank business support experts, including marketing, finance, accounting, and strategy professionals. Biafra business will thrive under Biafra Bank.
How feasible is the establishment of the Biafra Bank?
To get the Biafra Bank started in line with our commencement year 2020, we will require $12 million. This means that 12,000 people investing $1,000 will give us our bank, or 6,000 people investing $2,000 will give us our bank. 3,000 people investing $4,000 will give us our bank. 1,000 people investing $12,000 will give us our bank. It's that simple.
Yes, it's that simple. Sister Chinyere said it is really that simple. Again, we do want to thank those that have contributed, made their commitment known. So we thank you guys. The $50,000 guy, we love you. Keep it coming. Share with our brothers and sisters. We are here willing to commit more. We just don't want to what is it called? Take the greater share of the bank. We want to give our brothers, sisters opportunities. We don't want to be the one that will swallow our brothers in order for us to survive. No, we want everybody to survive. So our phone number to call is +1 643 7283. Our direct number is on there as well, 774 338 0942. You can reach us on Messenger. You can reach us on Skype and any other platform that you choose to. So please call in and give us your 2 cents, especially those were brave ones. I have a lot of brave brothers and sisters that are afraid to come out in the open to say what they think. And they will text me privately and tell me to keep on keeping on, that they, they love me, and that it's okay. We will be that strong women that, or the strong voice that is lacking. Because I know our people don't want to offend anyone, and that's not what we're here to do either. That we will not be intimidated into silence and leave what we're supposed to do to help our people. That will not work. So the earlier you find out that strategies, like my sister Yupi said, the earlier you start engaging intelligent professionals, the better for you. This thing is not to be done by one man alone. This is our nation. We are all stakeholders, and we must continue to work from the neck of our woods. We must continue to do the needful to move us forward, because at the end of the day, if you allow one person to bring you this thing, you think Fulanis are dealing with you, you will hear when. So when we work with this together, like a husband and wife that started, they married each other when they didn't have money and they built their wealth together, there is mutual respect. Versus if you show up when the money is there, what they would do, any other thing you do, they would throw your suitcase, because that's the only thing you came in with. You came in with a suitcase. They will throw your suitcase outside. But when you and your partner build your wealth, what is he going to throw away? You bought the furniture, he bought the lamp. You bought the carpet, he bought it. What are you going to throw away? It will be too much work for him, for the person to do. And that will give him an opportunity to have everything, because he wouldn't want to start deciding, oh, did I buy this radio or did she buy the stereo? No. So what he will do, he will come by, because now he realized we are partners. We can actually talk these things out. Then when you show up, when the man is rich and driving the car, another thing, that little suitcase that your mother allowed you to come with, they will throw it outside for you. And we are not trying to do that. We want partnership. We don't want followers. We want partnership in this restoration project. We want people doing things in every corner of the world where they are. You know, a brother from Germany said, please, can I help him start this thing in Germany? I said, brother, you know, you've already you've already seen this thing on YouTube. Go and gather your people of our like mind, Biafran people, and start your own. So don't call me now and say, oh, can I help you start this thing in Germany? When you know some people in Germany is already, their head is already on fire, because they feel like we're trying to take center stage. But that's not what the goal is here, really, my brothers and sisters. The goal is to do the needful. Sisters.
Yes, the goal is to do the needful, and the needful is that we have to come together. We have to come together. We have to bring out even all our thought processes. We have to bring all our ideas. We have to bring everything that we know how to do. And anyhow that we know how to do them, we have to bring everything to the table. It is important that we do that. If we don't do that, we will just sit at the spot and be wishing away our lives and our times and our energy and our money. So we don't have to do, just sit down and wish that God will come and do anything for us. Remember, He has given us the wherewithal. He has given us our akunuche. He has given us the strength. Mm-hmm. He has even given us the money to go ahead and do this. And that is why we are calling on all Biafran professionals, especially if you're here in Houston, you are a professional. You can swipe $1,000 on your credit card and it's you free. Please come on board. Let us get this bank thing going. The reason why this bank thing is important is because it would help propagate that cause that we've been talking about. America needs to see something physical. They need to see something happening. They need to see the economy that they need to see us contributing into their own economy. They need to see that. If they don't see that, we may just cry for 1,000,000 years and nothing will happen. But if they see structures mounted, structures everywhere, structures that depict the name Biafra. You can imagine when you go on this lane, there's Biafra Bank. You move like 2 miles away, there's a Biafra restaurant coming 2020. You move further again.
I'm an investor in that one.
You see, they will not say, how? What is wrong with it? They would even think it's a one-man show. You understand that probably one man owns it. And by the time they come close and they find out that it's actually a community that owns this thing, they were like, how many are you? And we'll tell them that all over the United States, we have several millions of number. And you're like, whoa, tell me, what do you want? That is how it works in America. Go to other communities, ask questions, do your research. Let's stop being sentimental about all these things. Let's stop being, we are just too emotional. And it has to come from one source. Remember, it has to come from your brain. If you have that brain and you know how to use it, which God has given to you, go ahead and use it. If you know any way to propagate and project that name, go. Look, a lot of, when they ask me, they say, where are you from? I say, I'm from Biafra. They say, really? Where's that? You know the way they talk. I'm like, it's between Cameroon and, I'll just say it like that. They're like, ooh, I have never heard of that before. Then you have to start explaining. And they go, whoa, good luck. That's what they say. But the truth about it is that we want to go out there, showcase it, tell it to the world, tell it to whomever cares to listen. And they would listen. So we employ our professionals. Anywhere you are, please key into this. It's going to benefit us all. And the return on investment would be used in Biafra land. If we are not economically sound, gosh, we will just remain where we are. So we need economic power to be able to get to the political power. Economic power, political power, United States of America. That's how it works. Thank you, sister.
Yes, political economic power leads to political power, my sister. Thank you so much. Absolutely. So, like I said, we are ready to take phone calls. The WhatsApp line was down. I just turned it back on. So 281 plus 1 281 643 7283. Direct line plus 1774 338 0942. Viewer Chini Ude, thank you so much for helping me to correct the typo on our topic. What do you do when your mistakes become a pattern? Yes, I was missing a do. Thank you, Sister Chine. We appreciate you. So we're taking phone calls. Call in so that we can discuss this matter. Don't be shy. And this is the nation we want to create. That's why America is a great country, because people like to say the opinion. They like to luce, contribute to topics and not be shy about it. We know that our people have been bamboozled into stupor. A lot of them are not willing to say things. They will rather text and gossip and do all those things instead of calling a spade, so that we can resolve the issues and move forward. But we are yet to to be matured in our thinking, because it has to come from here when you speak, and then we can see if you're matured or not. So again, the phone numbers are there. You can reach us by messenger. You can reach us on Skype, WhatsApp, or direct line. Sister Queen.
Yes, my sister. Yeah, it's about principles. Like the concept of integrity. There are certain things that certain humans, cannot do because of the name you have made for yourself by the grace of Chukwokika Abiyama. Some of us did not start life just now, like some people think. So some of us have been able to build principles, and that's what they lack in the zoo politics. In the life in zoo, people don't work with principles. You see them jumping from APC to PDP, for anywhere today. They're black, tomorrow they're red. They're not consistent. But truth is actually consistent. So if you, over time, have built your life on truth, it's difficult for you, especially your conscience. You see something that is not going right and keep quiet, because your conscience is matured. You've been able over time to stand on principles.
Hold on. Caller, your name. Sister, we have a call. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, my name is Chide, calling from Canada.
Yes, Chide, welcome.
Yeah. I want to contribute to the program.
Yes, please go ahead.
That is a very good innovation, but I have some questions.
Go ahead.
Okay. So my question is, if investors come in and they invest, and at the end they are able to make that amount that you need to put into, or to be approved by
Hold on.
How do these investors get that money out?
My brother, say that again. Your phone is a little woozy. Did you say how do you get your money back? I didn't quite hear the question.
Yeah. I said if investors come in now and they invest into Biafra Bank, how do they, and at the end, let's say for example you guys needed up to $2 million and you get $1 million. How do these investors get their money back if they didn't go out plan?
Oh, okay. Did you? Yes, now I get your question. Did you get the opportunity to watch the commercial, the advert?
Yes, I watched it.
Okay. So what we have said, you're making a contribution. We're not asking you to give us your money. The way we set it up with our consultant is that everybody makes their contribution. When we have reached a certain amount, we will send letters for those people to appear for investors meeting. And at that investors meeting, we will appoint the board of directors. Once we appoint the board of directors, now the board of directors will then hire the consultant that will, because we are not bankers, that will run the bank, you know, that will do the rest of the process. So we're not asking you for any money. We're asking you to make a contribution so that once we see that this
commitment.
Yes, to make a commitment, my brother, to make a commitment. I'm sorry. So that once if you see we don't have a place for you to deposit the money, so we're not asking you for your money, we're asking you to make a commitment. So that when the time comes, we'll send you an email, have you come to the investors meeting, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
So basically, everybody that makes a commitment is a shareholder.
Yeah, absolutely, my brother. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because in every business, there's what we call an exit strategy.
Yes.
Like when you go to pitch your business idea.
Right.
If the business does not go as planned, if it doesn't go as planned, let's say, for example, the licensing body in the US needed $2 million to approve your bank, and you raised $1 million. If the business does not go as planned, the people who put in money will want their money back.
Absolutely.
When they don't get their money back, it will bring a bad image to that organization.
Yes. My brother, you can see this thing is run by women. It's the men that have been defrauding the people. So we're not here to defraud anyone. This is an innovative thing that we are trying to do in a different manner. The lives of our children depend on us getting this thing right. That's one thing you guys don't understand. People think it's a typical village meeting. They're trying to gather money and then they will start fighting and then the scam will come in and all that stuff. No, 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 no. We are here to change the narratives. I know of one day, so that's why we are not asking for money. We are asking for people to commit. And when you commit, the committer, the investor will come to the meeting and be part of the decision making. You know. So my brother, we have to.
If I may try to answer his question, he was saying that if he commits, for instance, and the FDIC or the American whatever wanted us to have 2 million, and we didn't have up to that 2 million, what happens to those people that have already committed money? One thing he needs to understand is that commitment doesn't mean you are paying the money in right away. The commitment means that once you have committed, oh, I'm going to donate $50,000, so I'm going to donate $100,000 or $1 million, you are not going to put that money there until when everything that we need to go is complete. So the money has to be complete before we can go further.
In the middle, we say we don't have enough.
No, if we don't have enough, your money will not be transferred yet. We have to have the number. That's why we say it's commitment. It's not as if you are giving somebody money to hold for. Oh, you are giving Sister Muna money to hold for you. No, you are not giving Sister Muna any money. You are just making a commitment of $50,000, $100,000, $1 million. Yet, and when it's time for us, and when we have gotten to the maximum or the minimum they want us to start the banking with, then everybody will now be called and said, hey, it's now time for you to put your money in. So it's not going to be after, oh, you put your money in and it didn't work out. How do I get my money back? No, it has to be complete, totally complete for us to even say, bring down your money.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, I think my brother, did we answer your question? Because we have another caller.
Yes, just one more question.
Yes.
Yeah, just in business, whenever we go for pitching, like for a startup to pitch our idea, the first thing from banks want to know is our exit strategy. That's what I'm trying to tell her.
So my brother, it's not everything we discuss in the air. When you come as an investor, we discuss exit strategy. It does not make sense to discuss that on air right now, right? You're not even an investor. So it's something that we will discuss as investors. All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah. Brother, your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, my name is Martin Madabuchi. I'm calling from Tennessee. Yeah, darling. I'm going to be Augusta. I think the other lady is Ifoma.
Equi.
Okay, yeah, I want to appreciate you all for what you are doing, and it has been very innovative. I have two quick questions. One is I appreciate the issue of marketing Biafra. and the idea of each person keying in with a good intention so that it will be a collective effort.
Yes.
That is a very genuine thing, and I think it's something that we all need to do. The second thing is I want you to maybe in your programs to state the time and like you are doing your program at the beginning, because I have sent 2 texts to this your number that I didn't get any reply about the time of the day. I think it was with one of your sessions that either I figured out that the thing is on a Saturday, and that is why I tried to call this morning, not even to join the program because I don't know the time. I just want to make that observation. It would help many people who wants to join in it. Like myself, I'm not on Facebook, so it would be difficult. So that if at the beginning you just mention or send out something like on your tweet, something that it is so time, so day.
That's a good idea, my brother. That's a very good idea.
Okay. So the other thing is, can I get you, is there any way to make a contact to you or to any 2 of you?
Yes, I can call you after this show. I can call you after this show.
Okay, you have my number?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I appreciate that so much. And after that, then other things I want to share with you, I think it will be personal. But I wish you go ahead with what you're doing, and I will disclose more about Nkowalu no Yembo more. But I doff my heart for you. I'm totally for you. I wish I do everything to support you and other groups that are doing what you're doing, so long we get where we're going to.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Wachineke. Thank you, Wachineke. Yeah, so our people, people can listen to through because people are listening with their biased mind, because we are called scammers and the idiots and all that stuff. So when they're watching the video, they're not getting the message that we are sending. This thing, like I said, is an innovative idea. The lives of our children depends on this. And what we are trying to do is something that we have not done for ourselves before. We transact millions of dollars through the American banking system here, and there is no reason why we should not transact with our bank. So, and we are giving honor to that Biafran bank, because this is a great honor. We could have easily called it Buhari Bank and give Buhari the glory, but no, we know what we're doing, we know where we're going, and that's why we chose the name that is strategic in terms of what we're doing. And there is nothing fraudulent. Anybody talking about fraud, if we are fraudulent, I've been here over 30 years, they would have arrested me. I don't do fraud, okay? And when I'm I'm very smart. So there's no reason for me to do fraud. I use this, I don't eat Maggi, so there's no Maggi effect. By the time I go to use restroom, Chukwu Okike Abiama will release them. So for those hallucinating and saying that their ideas were stolen, it was the idea that Chukwu Okike Abiama gave us. And we are going to carry it through, because no amount of, like we said, pronouncement will stop it. We are stakeholders just like anybody. Biafra, nobody has the monopoly of the word Biafra, of the name Biafra. We are calling on our brothers and sisters. If you open church, if you open Biafra church, I will fly wherever it is in this US and go there. Biafra Bank, our Biafran restaurant, we need to finish up our recipe. Are we talking about our Biafran schools? Whatever we can do, Biafra. And please, Biafrans, you do not need any authorization. Do not let any person intimidate you and bamboozle you to one side. Don't let that happen. Because if we allow this Hitler that we're trying to create, if we allow these tyrants that we're trying to create, then we are all in trouble. We should use our mind. We should be, this is supposed to be a democratic process where people will have to vote and make their own decisions. And right now, what we are doing is not in line with anything freedom fighting. What we are doing is to alleviate the sufferings of our people once we become successful. What does our bank to alleviate the sufferings of our people? Sister Monica, you send me 200. No, we want to solve this problem once and for all. If we begin to tell you the kind of Obe cross that we are carrying for each family, thank God for me, I have rich brothers and sisters, excuse my language, we are doing well in our family. But I know some other people that are not. that have to carry this obe on their own. In-law, this, that. We are tired of carrying the obe. We want to do something that works. If this bank becomes profitable, which it will, we will be able to use the dividends from it to do little things for people. That's why other communities are successful. They have somebody giving them little money here to start little thing. Imagine if we're able to give $200 to women that wants to start a business or hair braiding business or things like that. We can easily go to a village and take care of 100 people. What is $200? So how would I get yaka? Would I get kisi? Would I get whatever? That's how you alleviate poverty. Why some people are on air screaming, we are putting you on notice. So what is the other things that we do? It's okay. Put them on notice. Keep screaming. But we need to make sure that Mama Nkechi, that is a widow, that she will have something to give to the kids. I know so many people that we have gathered, just random widows. That's what we do in our family. We tell our siblings to go and gather random widows for us to help. Just for them to feel like that prayer they've been asking God to help them, that God has eventually answered it. But how long are we going to be doing that? Okay, fine, I do it for Christmas. Am I going to do it for January and February and March and April and May and June and August? If I could, I would. The problem is endless. It's endless. It's endless. The stress is too much. The stress of Biafra land, the stresses in Biafra land have caused people to divorce. It has caused mothers to lose their children. It has caused husbands to lose their wives. It has caused wives to lose their husbands, all because we are trying to help those in Biafra land. And then any money you take there, it will be swallowed. Like a lawyer, boom, kafufu, is gone. We can't do this anymore. We have to do what works, and we are not waiting for authorization from anyone to do it. If you want to understand it, understand it. If you cannot wrap your head around it, stay on Facebook and rant, because that's all you can do. We thank our brothers and sisters that do understand where we're going. Again, I cannot emphasize the 50,000 commitment guy. You just made my day, because what he showed is that I'm looking to increase mine. But like we said, we don't want to swallow all our brothers and sisters to get fat. You know, right now, I don't mind reducing mine to make sure that my brothers and sisters are part of this great initiative. But if push comes to shove, I may have to put a whole lot more. And we must understand that. We are not here to play. We're not here to hurt anyone. We're not here to be emotional or sentimental. We're not here to be heady. Our lives depend on this. Our life depends on this. For those of you that are freedom fighters, please continue. Continue. Go on, Niru. Do not attack your brothers and sisters. They are not your enemies. The Fulanis are there. Somebody sent me a body cut up from Wabobi. I don't know if anybody has seen it. These are the torturous videos that people will send us. I make a freedom fighting, and then you go to bed, you will not sleep. When you come up with an idea that will help your brothers and sisters, somebody will come and call you as scammers and whatever names that they want to call you. Whereas we are here to do what works. You go online and call us scammers, but you go and inbox and say, oh, please, Christmas, please, can you help me? Please, can you help me? The only person I want to help now is my Shekaman brothers and Nnamdi Obi. Whoever, wherever they are, if somebody can reach out to me and give me some information, I want to be able to help. We have to do the needful. We cannot keep hearing these horror stories over and over and over again. People are playing politics. They don't want to do what works. How can somebody see something that is right and you want to put your foot on it? What is the difference between you and the Jubril? What is the difference? What is the difference between you and the zoo government? When you get your WAEC and you pass, they will reduce your score and tell you you didn't pass. What is, because that's what we are trying to demean everybody to someone that cannot think. You do well, they will thank you with, yes, sister.
It's like they lie about it and manipulate our people with the truth.
It's sad.
Where are we going? Why are we leaving zoo to enter museum like Sister Augusta will always say? Why? Why do you want to do that? Do you even love our people? Why are you manipulating them? Why are you manipulating truth? Why? you know, one thing I tell people is that conflict can be constructive. You know, when you have conflict, it just shows that people are thinking. You know, when you have difference in ideas and needs and belief and all that, it can lead to conflict. But actually, mature people and in the mature world where we live, they use their conflict and make it constructive. In the sense that conflict will allow you, you know, like it causes people to reassess what is going on. Because when there's no conflict, everybody just agreeing and going and going and going and going. By then you end up in dungeon. That's why we said that Africans have been making the same mistake, because once they just see one person, they follow until they land inside pits. You know, they leave Hitler and meet Paul Biya. They come out from Paul Biya, they enter Buhari. You know, why is it going like that? Because we are not doing things the way we ought to do. So actually, when you have conflict, it's not really for you to shout and do that. It's only to ask, okay, why is, you know, for you to ask questions. You know, ask, why is it? That's what the white people do. They allow their conflict to bring constructive and make it, you know, to be constructive and make it positive. So you see, what they do is that it helps them to build cohesiveness as people learn more about each other, because we don't know ourselves. So as we interact, you know, sometimes we just wrapping things up because we have different ideas and different opinions, and then it will make us to learn ourselves better, because we're trying to build a nation. We don't want to build a camp, detention camp, where we camp everybody and everybody see their mouth, and then only one person or two persons will be talking. No, we want where we will talk, really. So when there's conflict, we try to make it to be constructive, you know, because it opens up issues of importance for us to discuss. You know, it results in issues of clarification. We begin to clarify the things that we are doing. We begin to reassess what we are doing. We will begin to allow individual involvement. You know, more people will come in and say one or two things and, you know, meaningful things. Then we evaluate and re-evaluate, is assess and reassess. That's a nation building there. That's a nation building. And we say we're not going to zoo. We're not going to zoo. We go where every member of Biafra will be a stakeholder. Every member of Biafra, every citizen of Biafra will be a stakeholder in what we're doing. And we will do it. We will do it together. And you call me million of and Oga was very correct one. Okonkwo family did diluted with the Maggi, like my sister would say, you know.
You don't want the Maggi brain, no? The Maggi brain is killing our people.
Family diabetes. So we want our people to get involved. Like my sister keeps saying, we want partnership. We don't want followership. You know, hey, I'm in front. I'm the only one that has brain. Or you come and be following me. No. We all have brain. You see, I used to work with my mother. My mother is 84. I say, Mommy, don't use my brain. Use your own brain. There's something she will say. You say, what do you think? I say, Mommy, you have come again. Use your own brain. She said, no, you're intelligent. I said, no, Mommy, I came from you. You use your own. And then she will say something. I say, see, Mommy, now. You see? So do it as you have said it. And that's where we've been working. That's why at 84, she's up and doing so many things for herself. She's not being a burden on me. She's not a burden on me. She's up and doing. Takes her medication when she needs to take her medication. When she has any signs, she will tell me, oh, Mommy, my dear, this is happening. I say, okay, Mommy, change this medication, change this one, come down on this, improve on this. That's why I'm able to do what I'm doing, because she is strong and doing what she's doing. That's partnership. Incredible.
On a agree, not Maggie. That's the difference.
I'm telling you. So even in caregiving, they will say doctor and patient partnership.
Yes.
It's not like the doctor just telling you do this.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You need to involve the patient in management of the patient diseases.
Yes.
So you explain to the patient what the conditions are. Why the patient is taking this medication. Then it will be a collaboration. So the patient is with you. Even if it's diabetes you're managing, the patient will understand why the patient needs to check the sugar level all the time. Why is it important? Why is the patient taking insulin or any other medication that you're using to manage that condition? The patient will be participating in the management of her condition. Not the one that you are the alpha and omega. In those days, all those doctors of old age, when they come, they will write scribble things on the paper that the patient cannot read. Even the nurse cannot read it. Then you come and start speaking English. Oh, you're speaking big terminology. To the patient, your blood is less. You say you have anemia. The patient does not know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because you want to impress and intimidate the patient with your knowledge. You see, we know that you have acquired knowledge. You paid a lot of fees for 6 years, 8 years to acknowledge it. But that your knowledge will be meaningless to me as a patient if I don't understand the grammar that you're blowing.
Hello?
I don't know what you're saying. We are not communicating. You say, oh, the hydrochlorothiazide. What are you talking about? The pharmacist will blow his own. The doctor will. You at the end, you confuse the patient even more. And that's why I tell people, I say, now, the God of our land does not hear English. Speak it in Igbo. So I'm here in Igbo. Cannot even know. Don't bamboozle me with English and big grammar. Don't bamboozle me. So my people, we are not here to bamboozle ourselves. We are not here to manipulate ourselves. We're not here to show you intelligence. We are here to tell you that you can do it.
Yes.
We are here to tell you that you are intelligent enough. We are here to tell you that that thing you have in your hand is good enough. And if you use it, together, collectively, we will leave this slavery, this house of Fulani, and go to a land of freedom. It's a nation we are trying to build. And everybody is a stakeholder. Whether you are blind, you are crippled, you are male, you are female, you are tall, you are short, we need you. There's something that Chukwokike has given to you. And we don't want you to wait until we get to Biafra land before you begin to use it. No. We want you to use it now. That's your position of influence. That place that Chukwokike has placed you. That money that he has given to you. That talent that he has given to you. That gift that he has given to you. Biafra needs it now. Please, bring it. And collectively, we will go where we're going. Don't stand and watch us. We are not playing soccer. We are not playing football. We are not playing, and you're following us. They say, hey, Iron Lady, Iron Lady. I said, do not call me Iron Lady. My name is Ekutos Namadi Bege. That's the reason I get that prophetic name.
Prophetic indeed.
That's, I'm Adagu, and I'm also Adogo. That's Hamatan, for those that don't know. These are the things that work for us. These are forces. These are forces that work for us as Biafrans. Thank you, my people.
Thank you, my sister. I didn't want to interrupt you. Caller, please, your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, good morning. Devil is a liar because devil just don't want me to, participate. I don't know what they are doing with the network. Either the network or the broadcast, they are just suppressing it. Devil is a liar.
He is so.
Oh my God, in Jesus' name. Amen. We will continue.
We must.
So, I'm happy to be part of this podcast. So I have 3 things to contribute, and all based on the topic that says, what do you do when your mistakes become the pattern? Of course, we're all human beings, and all of us have been, are or have been part of organizations in one capacity or the other. Maybe have our own businesses and employees, that we are managing. So we already know that if, regardless of which one you fall or which spectrum you fall under, that some type of responsibility that you have to carry. Okay, especially if you are the the leader or the decision maker. If anything goes wrong in your business or as a manager, supervisor, wherever you might be, if anything goes wrong under you, hello.
Yes,
you are not the direct. You're not the right direct contributor, but your decision, in one way or the other, has done what has caused that problem. We're not even talking about in the healthcare. If a patient dies, guess who they will have to look from the physician who diagnosed that patient, okay, and then down to the nursing assistant that takes the vital signs, right?
Yes.
So we have to be honest to ourselves that being a leader or being in the position of making decisions is not easy, okay? Even in our various forms. So that's why, if anything goes wrong, you already will have to be willing and ready to do what? To take responsibility. I said, oh my goodness, it's my fault. I should have, take responsibility. It's not about trying to, excuse yourself and try to, spread the blame. No, that's not a trait or quality of a good leader. A good leader is always willing and ready to take responsibility whenever something goes wrong. So now, we ask ourselves, being human beings, how are you able to control all the activities or, activities of other people underneath you or around you? Yes, that's where what we call forensic analysis comes in. And forensic analysis is not something you do when you're already, in action. No, you do it during the planning phase of whatever you're trying to lead. Okay. So the forensic analysis is where you're gonna ask yourself all the how, when, what, where, and all the why, the W questions come in. You see? So that's where you have to plan, strategize, ask necessary questions. If this does not work, where will plan A, plan B, plan C, in order to avoid what those mistakes that might even cost people's life or even the downfall of an organization. You see, so this is leadership 301 that I'm giving you guys right here. So everybody that is listening must pay attention. Not everybody, in leadership knows this. You see? So we have to always plan, not just, driving all over the place and by the time you know it, we now start, okay, oh, what's going on? No, it's already late. So, but at the same time, it's never late to always correct ourselves. So we are, this Biafra restoration, that's where I'm going to drive it home to, It's all about planning, strategizing, planning, strategizing. Even if, okay, what do we, if this is not, doesn't go, how are we able to, combat our enemy? Not how are we going to fight our fellow Biafrans, okay? No, it's how are we able to combat our enemy? How do we, who and who should we partner with? Because trust me, regardless of what, you still have to partner with other, your fellow Biafrans, your fellow freedom fighters, even outside, because you still have to go out for consultation. People that had done you, how did you do it? And it doesn't mean how all their strategies had to work for us. No, but we need to know so that we can bring it home and then dissect it, analyze it, and see, okay, how are we going to use it, to favor what we are doing based on who we are. Okay, so this is a very good question that requires people to just, take this, from women, because we are women. We are bearers and raisers of next generation. So we can just sit back and just like, okay, yeah, our children said, oh no, I'm not that kind of mother. I tell my children, okay? First off, I'm raising them so that they will not make that mistake of me now coming to tell them. So after raising them, training them, then they will now be able to avoid those stuff that will make them to even me coming to tell them, okay, or correct them, okay? So taking responsibility is very important. So we have to all learn how to take responsibility regardless of, what position you see yourself, okay? Let's start from the family, because you remember, I always have to, everything has to go back to the family. Papa and mama, father and mother. Children that that were raised in families that papa is always the one, dictating. Guess what will happen when that child grows up? That child carries the same, what do you call it? Stuff that he learned from the home. Our fathers, do something better. Okay. Try to involve your wife, even your children in decision making. It's very, very important. Tell your children, okay, daddy, buy me this. You need to, don't just tell that child, shut up. Shut up, I'm not getting it for you. No. Let that child know what is the situation. Okay? Is it because you don't have money? Is it because things are hard? Is it because of what? Explain to that child. Don't just tell that child, oh, go sit down over there. Or your wife will ask you for something. What I want here, just because you're at work. No, that's wrong. Your children are watching, and you're breaking that woman's heart. Okay? So how do you want that woman to be praying for your success out there? So everything goes back to the family and the structure and the environment that, we're raising our children. So at the end of the day, the bank that we are talking about, it's a very good endeavor. So I applaud you, ladies, and fellow Biafrans that are in support of this. So we need it. We need it because it's a good thing. It's also for the betterment of our struggle. Okay. So I thank you, ladies. I don't want to take too much of your time. I pray that the Almighty God will continue to strengthen you guys and give you that wisdom to continue to do what is right, because it's all about Biafra and nothing else.
Absolutely. It's all about Biafra and nothing else. For those of you that think that we're here to fight, it's the case of Biafra or Biafra. And we are not retreating, we are not surrendering, we are formidable, we are moving forward with what works. And the funny thing is that a lot of you will come back and gossip in the behind, and then later on, I know a whole lot of you will come back and say, thank you, I'm glad you didn't listen then. But right now we are standing in the gap, and no amount of intimidation will stop us. We are here again to do what is right. Your enemies are the Fulanis and the Zoo government. The Fulanis and the Zoo government and their colonial masters, not your sisters and your brothers. So focus on what works. Focus on your freedom fighting. Stay there and shout, post the videos, the neck cutting off and all that stuff. They're killing us. Continue doing that. And then we will continue to work on our own corner, because to you that works. Towards doing this, selling Biafra idea out there is what, for us, we believe what works. And we as Biafra, we reserve the right to do whatever we think fits for our restoration project. So we must continue. Our sisters, your final statement. We're running out of time, so we can end.
Yes, sister, we must continue our restoration project. This is the pathway that we want to take. We know that it is something that would be very, very significant. And, as we said, it's something that will be situated here in Houston. And from Houston, it's going to go to other parts of the United States. It cannot be overemphasized on the positivity of what we would gain from that establishment. And we want to, our people, especially those that are sitting behind and, calling us scammers and all that, we want you all to know that we are professionals in our fields.
Yes.
And we have licenses to protect. Yeah, I have a license that cost me several dollars and I'm yet to pay off. So I have that license to protect. So I want you all to understand that, like I overheard one person, saying that, oh, don't worry, I'm gonna. That he lives in New York. That's gonna get the FBI involved. He's gonna get the CIA involved, and I'm saying, whoa, you are getting the FBI involved.
My dear, he doesn't even have green card. Let him call so that eyes will come and pick him up.
He's telling professionals like, I'm gonna get the FBI involved, and he doesn't even have papers.
One call, eyes will find his location and pick his behind up and return him to the zoo where he belongs.
Just one eye, tell you where he's at, and you'll be picked up. So I'm like, okay, oh my God, I wish you all should reason. I wish you all should open your ears. I wish you all should be alert and see what we are doing. That what we are doing, I mean, why would we want to scam people of their money? One was like, hey, you want to take my money? And I looked at where it's located. It's located in the zoo. I'm like, how much is it going to cost? Another one, we won't allow that to happen. And I looked at where it's located in Thailand. Oh my God, you guys just go and sit down.
Angry person, what is it called? A hungry person is an angry person, my dear.
You don't have the kind of money we are asking for. You don't have that money yet. You understand? So go guys sit down. We're asking people that have the money to make this thing work. And we know that the professionals here would be able to do that. And this is a way of selling Biafra to them because they are like a bicycle about it. But I know that since we've been talking about the bank issue, they are so alert, they want to be part of it, they are so interested because we know how we are charged here. Being a black person alone is the fittest. It doesn't work for you. So we know that. And we know how the communities, other communities are surviving. And we're trying to, trend that pathway and see how we would survive. And a whole lot of African Americans are in tune with this. So, so what's the heck? So people, don't worry, nobody's taking your money. Nobody's trying to, usurp your authority. Nobody is trying to, make you feel like a lesser human being. No, we're trying to elevate you, put you back up there. Because if we don't market that name, Biafra, it will be difficult for people to hear us out. So thank you, our brothers and sisters that are always listening to us every Saturday. We are here to educate our people. We are not here to siphon or take what does not belong to us. What belongs to us is Biafra. And we are all stakeholders in this journey. So everybody has to be a participant. Don't just wait and sit down and lie anybody toss you up and down. No, you be a participant. Do whatever you can do from your own neck of the wood so that we can get to the center and get this thing going. So thank you for all those that listened and called in. We'll be here again next Saturday. And as usual, remain blessed. All hail Biafra.
Oh, hail Biafra. Sisekwe.
Thank you so much, my sisters. All have been said, nothing more to add. Except to tell our people, to thank our people that are listening, to continue to listen. On this platform, we want to begin to bring in even our Black Americans, African Americans that are here, so that you will begin to listen to them. Because we're talking about integration right here. And that integration does not just stop at Biafra. We're talking about the Africa, the Black race, and everyone that has anything to offer for us to be the people that God has called us to be. So next week, going forward, we're announcing that Samuna will talk more about that some of our sisters will begin to, Samuna will leave it to, they're trying to let the cat out the bag.
You're trying to you already let the cat out of the hat. The cat are more full as that.
Let the cat out of the bag. So some of them will come and interact even more, We're going home, my people. We're going home. Biafra is here. We are there. We're going
Yes.
Thank you very
So yes. Thank you so much for even reminding me. My mind has veered off to something else. Yes, our sister Sean Guillory will be joining us next week. She would help us to bring in the African American perspectives. Like I said, these are brothers and sisters. I personally have done the DNA, and I have over 100,000 six-generational cousins. And the scary part about all of this thing is so real. One of my 4 generational cousins looks just like my daughter. I'm like, wow, this is too deep. And as I'm communicating with some of them, they're sending pictures. I'm seeing people that look like my mother's family. I'm seeing people that look at my father, looks like my father. Is so creepy. So it's about time we connect with them and start speaking in one voice, because we want to create this cohesiveness, like my sister said, that we need in order for us to understand that the language barrier does not make us different people, that we are all in one. We are all one from one genetics, because they have used the language and the area of location to divide us. I was listening to a show yesterday, the incident of a slave girl. I posted it on my Facebook. It's an audiobook, sisters. You guys should listen. It's very real. This lady wrote this book in 1814. These were her thoughts in 1814, what she went through as a mixed race girl, and how she was treated by her slave master. My God, it's so funny. So one of the things that she had mentioned, I'm telling you the depth of the ignorance that they have put in us. So she had mentioned how when they started going to church, the only preaching that we are getting was listen to your master, serve your master, so that God in heaven will serve you. If you don't obey your masters. And then they finally met a man of God that was actually telling them that God does not care about the skin of your color. He cares about your soul. And of course, the Caucasian people in there wasn't happy with the pastor and all that stuff. But she said when she met this pastor, she was so happy. She's like, oh, I hope the savages in Africa are listening to... She turned around and called her brothers and sisters savages, because that's what they've been told, that these people eat people, whereas they are being eaten here by the white people, but they told them the Africans are savages. And she said, oh yeah, I like this new pastor. It was a Caucasian pastor, that he's doing a good job telling us that what matters is our soul and not the color of our skin. I hope they will take the same gospel to the savages in Africa, which she acknowledged as her ancestors. But these people has inculcated in her that these people are savages. So she doesn't know any other way than to refer to them as savages. My dear, the propaganda is unending. But anyway, we are here to do the needful. Chukwu Okike Abiyama is in charge. And I think when the time comes, he will set up the dial. He will change the chapter, whether you're ready or not, he will flip the page. And I think we're about to flip the page with this one. So next week, our sister will be joining us, and we will be having fun. So thank you guys so much. Like we have always said, we are not here to take any center stage. We are not here to take any glory. We are here to do what works. We are here to serve our people. Because, even for you to lead, you have to serve. You have to be a servant. We're looking for followers anyway, and not to lead anyone. For follower, we're looking for partners. If we can understand that we are all stakeholders, then we'll move to a better place. So we must understand that this struggle belongs to all of us. Every Biafran is a stakeholder, and they should understand that Biafra restoration is their civic duty. We must fight together, facing one common enemy, the Fulanis represented by Nigeria. Do not sit down and wait for order from anyone. Do not sit down to boycott and wait for an order to boycott Fulani goods and services. Do not wait for an order for you to stop attending churches that does not believe in Biafra restoration. Do not continue to propagate the celebrities that are not using their voices to help our people. We need to market Biafra in any way that we can. And you do not need any authorization from anyone, even including Chukwu Okike Abiyama. You need to do what you have to do. You can paint your businesses Biafra. You can change your color Biafra. You can put your Biafran flag. I'm wearing my Biafran t-shirt. I'm going tonight to propagate our Biafra agenda. I'm going to wear my Biafra Audacity t-shirt. The fancy clothes can sit somewhere. So these are the things that we want, because the Muslims, they have an agenda to rule the world. They begin to see the world as a battleground. Once they give birth to their children, they teach them to start fighting. They announce it and they divide it into different sections, especially those wicked ones in Biafra and in the zoo country. Some of them are in politics, some of them are in businesses, some of them are in banking, some of them are marrying our daughters. Some of them have cows around the place waiting to cut you up. Like I said, there's a dead body of a sister going around right now that was cut up yesterday. Some of them are into terrorism. Some of them are in London, America studying. Some of them are into jihadis. They're learning how to kill and massacre people at will. The Fulani's assignment is to conquer the zoo country and dip their Quran into the Atlantic Sea. And all we can do right now is to stay on Facebook and rant and cuss your brothers and sisters out and put the world on notice. And cry and do all kinds of stuff, and the world does not listen to that. What we need to do is to do what works. What works is what will get us where we need to go. Making sure that everybody participates in the process is what will get us where we need to go. We cannot afford to put all our eggs in one basket. Neither can we afford to be driven by a drunken pilot to our destination, because we know where we're going to all end up in, crushed and dead. So we see you guys next week. We will close with our nation Biafra, our wonderful songs.
Every language, please answer when I call. I'm called to be the voice of the voiceless, hope of the hopeless, love and sanity, defend humanity, cause this is how it's meant to be. Nobody can keep us down until we have freedom at last. Biafra will become a star in the world. Nobody can keep us down until we have freedom at last. Biafra will become a star in the world. We need to build a future where the rich and poor, the young and old is one. Let's build a nation where everyone is treated as equal. We need justice, fairness, peace and harmony, love and dignity, defend humanity, cause this is how it's meant to be. Nobody can keep us down until we have freedom at last. Biafra will become a star in the world. Nobody can keep us down until we have freedom at last. Biafra will become a star in the world. So every nation who believes in freedom, come and help us. We cannot do it alone, we don't want war. We just want our own. Woo! Nobody can keep us down until we have freedom at last. Biafra will become a star in the world. Nobody can keep us down until we have freedom at last. Biafra will become a star in the world. Na, 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 Biafra. Biafra, Biafra, na na na, Biafra, Biafra, na na, say Biafra, Biafra, it's a land. Oh, 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 na Biafra, Biafra, na na na, Biafra, Biafra, na na, say Biafra, Biafra, it's a land.
Goodbye.